Hey everybody, it's me once again. This is Thank You, Happy to Be Here, and I am testing out another operating system. So today I'm testing out KDE Neon, which is the version of Linux that is, I guess, created by KDE. Uses their KDE Plasma desktop environment. Let me go ahead and pull up some system information here. I like the animations. I noticed that I get the same thing in other versions of Linux that use the KDE desktop environment, the KDE Plasma desktop environment. So if I go down to about the system, I think in this one it'll actually show you that I indeed have 8 gigabytes of RAM. There we go. It says 6.7 is usable, and this was explained to me in a response that another viewer made to one of my reviews of a different Linux operating system, and I asked, why is it always showing that I only have, I think it typically does show 6.7 gigabytes of RAM in my system when I have 8, and they explain that 6.7, I guess, is what's available to me after the system utilizes whatever it needs in order to operate. So I kind of like the way this KDE Neon about this system displays it better, because it does say I've got 8 gigabytes of RAM, 6.7 gigabytes is usable. So that makes more sense to me that they would display it that way. But anyway, so it's KDE Neon User Edition is what I've got on here. So let me go ahead. Why don't we go ahead and we'll pull up the Distro Watch website. Why not? I think this might be the first time I'm launching Firefox on this installation of KDE Neon, so it might pull up the whole, like, oh, you're a new user to Firefox. Oh, maybe it's not the first time I've used it. So let's go to, what is it? Distro Watch. Okay, and then I'm just going to type in the name of it here. And there we go. And the desktop, obviously, the background picture looks similar to what I've got on my desktop. So we got KDE, it says KDE Linux on here, but mine is KDE Neon. And it does say here it's got the KDE Plasma desktop. It says it's an immutable distribution. And let's see, its origin is, it says it's based on independent, but is it really? I want to say that it's based on Debian, although I haven't done much in the terminal as far as commands go. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. As you can see, it's the same desktop picture. So let's go ahead and take a look and see how you install applications. So since this is KDE's own Linux distribution, obviously it's got the KDE Discover store. Which is really cool and easy to use. If you're a Linux beginner, I would say that you're going to find this really easy if you're just trying to find applications to install onto your system. So like it even has like the most popular apps, VLC. I think this version of Linux came with VLC already installed. It might not have, but VLC is what you would download. They make it for Windows too. It's just a media player, so if you want to like watch videos and stuff like that you've downloaded onto your system, you're not playing through a browser, like you're not watching a YouTube video like you are right now. But you've got like maybe a video that somebody gave you on a thumb drive or something. You would open up the VLC media player to play that particular video file, and then we've got GNU image manipulation program, which everybody just refers to as GIMP. And I have that installed. As you can see here, it just gives me an option to launch it. So I've already got that installed on my system, and that's what I'll use to make the thumbnail for this video if you're watching it. So yeah, that's what I've got on here so far. It's real easy to use. I was able to download, install, and run OBS. So as you can see, I've got OBS running on here. Oh, and then I've already started doing, so if you see this little circle next to one of your categories, it means that there's probably a new application that you've downloaded and you haven't opened yet. So yeah, see, there's GIMP right there. So the a lot of people just say GNU, the GNU image manipulation program, and it says it's new. That's why I've got this little green circle here letting me know that there's a new application installed that I have not run yet. But if I go down to multimedia, I've installed 2 different video editors on here, but I've already used KDenLive on this system, and that's probably what I'm going to use to edit this video. It's a really good video editor. They also make this for Windows, from what I understand. I've never installed it on a Windows machine, but it's been around for a long time, and it's really good, full featured as far as like I'm concerned. It's got all the features that I need. So I do have KDenLive installed on here. And then of course I've got OBS. There's my VLC media player. I did install FlowBlade just in case I ran into any issues with KDenLive. If I run into any issues on this machine, it's more than likely the limitations of my machine and not a limitation of the operating system. So I just want to give you guys a heads up of that ahead of time. If you see any glitches or anything with any of my edits, or any program that you see running on my computer, it's more than likely either me, the user, that doesn't know enough about what I'm doing to make it look smooth, or it's a limitation of my machine. I make these videos primarily to show people that, hey, you don't need the $1,000 computer. They're great to have, and I don't have nothing against you if that's what you want to go for, but you don't need a multiple $1,000, not even a multiple $100 computer. I bought this computer for $5, if you can believe that, off of Facebook Marketplace. But you don't need to be spending a lot of money in order to do things like this. Obviously, this machine is going to have some limitations. I'm not going to be running some really advanced games that require a lot of system resources. Like, you'll never see me playing, what is it, Cyberpunk, I think it's 2047 or something like that. You won't see me playing games like that on this machine. But I can play K-Patience. So I will be playing that on this machine. And I'll be playing it a lot because I like K-Patience. But if you're not old like me, then you probably want to play something newer and something that requires me way more system resources. And I do dabble in those games occasionally, but you probably won't see a whole lot of that on this channel. And definitely not on this machine. But if what you're looking to do is have a machine that you don't have to pay a lot of money for and you're able to make content with, well, you can do that with this machine here. And KDE Neon definitely seems very capable of allowing you to do all of those things. So yeah, this is just a quick look at KDE Neon. It's just one that I tested out and I thought I would share with you. If you guys are watching these videos, just be sure to like, comment, subscribe, leave a recommendation, and your recommendation might just end up being my next video. I know this is a short one and I probably left out a bunch of stuff, but most of these videos that I make are just kind of like a quick breakdown or overview of what you can do on these budget machines. But with that being said, check me out in the next one. Peace.